Hello again, and welcome back to the story. Last time we left off, we had made the incredible trek from Mulgore up here into the Barrens. We've made our way over to Crossroads, met some of the denizens that live here, ventured our way down to the coastal town of Ratchet, met a number of other individuals that way, and we have been tasked with an absolute plethora of quests here to go and accomplish a great number of tasks. We focused primarily last time on cleaning up a handful of the wildlife in the nearby area, as well as vanquishing some quilboar. We have a couple follow-ups to those to go and deal with the leader of the quilboar in the region, Kreenig Snarlsnout, which I strongly suspect we'll be dealing with early on in today's session, and continuing to clean up the last of the creatures here and collecting some of their parts to turn in. So let's go ahead and jump back into the story. So I believe we have Surgra Darkthorn here that we can speak to in regards to cleaning up some of the Planestriders. Have you collected the Planestrider beaks? You betcha, right here. Very good story. With the Planestriders gone, we'll have an easier time keeping our supply chains intact. And I hope you learned a few tricks out there in the Barrens, for your next prey has a little more fire in its blood than the Planestriders. Alright, what has got more fire in its blood? The Zevra. The Zevra, although not the fiercest beast in the Barrens, are a shade tougher, will send you against bigger prey in good time, but for now, your teeth could use a little more cutting. Hunt the Zevra to the north and south and collect their hooves. Bring them to me and perhaps we'll send you against something tougher. Slay some Zevra runners and collect 4 hooves for Surgra Darkthorn. Okay. So we need to find some Zevra on our journey here as well. So I think we could probably consider venturing our way. Let's see. We had the supplies for the Crossroads. Right. We needed crates that had been taken by some of the Razormane, as well as, where's our quest here for... this is the one. Yes, for Kreenig Snarlsnout. And what is attacking the caravan? Couple indeed. Caravan from Duratar, so it would make sense. Northeast, yes. So let us make our way to the northeast, I think. We will see how many of the quilboar we can deal with along the way. And probably find some Zevra. We need a few more raptor heads as well. We'll keep our eyes peeled for some supply crates. There are no shortage of things that we can find in that general direction, I think. So let's go ahead and strike out there. So we'll head back in here. Doesn't look like we're probably going to find any more raptors along the way or anything, so we'll probably just venture straight in and speak to Thork. Then, what else do we have? So if we leave out some of these a little bit higher level ones for now, we've got everything else tracked here. So we need to make our way towards some of the oasis to find some fungal spores. There were some harpies that need dealing with as well. So maybe we'll venture our way towards one of the oases and see if we can find some mushrooms here. But first, let's see what Thork has to say. The disruption ends. Cut off the head of their leader, and chaos ensues, story. Learn this lesson well. It will aid you in the future. The boars will flounder without direction, and we will be able to take back the barrens. All right. We will present him with Kreenig's tusk. Well done, story. With Kreenig's death, there will be a definite decline in the attacks on our caravans. Your people should be proud to count you among them. It's very kind of you to say. So we can get a belt here, a new belt that'll give us the same amount of armor. We'll lose a little bit of agility. We gain an overall boost to our intellect. Instead, I think I'm just going to opt for the money. I think that's what we're going to go for here. And supplies for the Crossroads. How goes your search for the supplies, story? I trust the quilboar fall under your strength easily. You betcha. They melt like butter. Hot knife through butter. Haha, thank you, story. This will help us greatly. You're a boon to the Crossroads and to the Horde. If there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. Right on, continuing to make a name for ourselves here. So, if I'm not mistaken, some of the things we needed from the pools could be, let me just quickly, vendor, but I think we could go to any of the oasis around here. I don't think there's a particular one we need to deal with. Ooh, we might be able to vendor that for some significant change. That'd be great. Right, we don't want those because we opted for our ones with stats. And we'll get the money. Okay, perfect. Let's keep on rolling. The waters of the Forgotten Pools. New oases have formed in the barrens. Leicesters. Travel to the Forgotten Pools northwest. Yes, that is the direction we're headed here. So let's make our way over there and see if we can't find some fungal spores that we can bring back here. Here we have Regthar Deathgate. Let's see what he has for us here. Centaur Bracers. We have our duties, Hunter. Duties to the Horde. The Kolkar are a threat to the Horde's claims in the Barrens. We must reduce the numbers of their troops, and so I have a bounty task for you. While in Kolkar territories, slay their warriors and collect Centaur Bracers. Return to me when you have a heap of bracers, and the Horde will reward you well. Bring 15 Centaur Bracers to Regthar Deathgate. Ooh, we can get a bow out of the deal. It's not quite as good as ours. We can get a couple other things. Probably not too much we're interested in at this point. We're pretty well equipped so far, but there's certainly some money to be had. And some exciting quests, if nothing else. The Kolkar Leaders. The Centaurs have plagued the Tauren for years, and recently the Kolkar Centaurs of the Barrens have grown into a real threat. Normally, they were disorganized in these lands, but new leaders have risen among them, rallying them To preserve our holdings here, these centaur leaders must be destroyed. Bring me the head of Barak Kodobane. He camps near the Forgotten Pools to the north. Defeat him, then return to me. Well, we will absolutely do that. We're going to be headed that general direction anyways, so we'll see if we can't find him as well. Okay, what have you got for us, Regthar? We've dealt with the first of the Kolkar leaders. Let's go have a chat with him and see what he has for us next. Make our way, just sneak up the side here, save ourselves a bit of time. And we have Kolkar leaders we've accomplished. Hello, Story. Do you have Barak's head for me? Yep. Well done, Story. The centaur are low, brutish creatures, but a few have the wit and vision to lead, and those are the most dangerous. Barak was such a centaur. It is good that he is dead. Certainly is. Virog the Dervish. Virog the Dervish. The centaur Virog the Dervish wanders the barrens and will be difficult to find, but he is based at the centaur command tent in the stagnant oasis to the southeast. It may be possible to draw him to you. Travel to the stagnant oasis to the southeast and attack centaur near the command tent. It will be dangerous, but if you can kill enough centaur, then they should raise an alarm, and Virog will come. Bring me his head, and I will place it with Barak Kodobane's. So we're just going to end up with a series of pikes with centaur heads mounted on them before too long here. It's a bit brutish, but we are, after all, defending the barrens for the Horde. So I think that I'm sure centaur have taken many more lives of the Horde than we're taking to theirs. So we're going to say we're evening the odds a little bit. That's how we'll sell this to ourselves here. So we can make our way back over to the Crossroads now and speak with the druids as well as the apothecaries here, and see what information they can derive from both the fissure we'd found in the pool, as well as the fungal spores that we've collected for them. Someone flying by. Winging by in a Wind Rider here. Yeah, lots of people out and about today. Alright, and I think this has worked out relatively well. Our bags are getting a little bit full. We found ourselves a tribal vest along the way. It's not quite as good as ours, but that's alright. We got a wand too. We don't use wands, but that might sell for a fair bit. Alright, I believe the apothecary we needed the spores for was right over here. Was that not the case? Yes, Apothecary Helbrim. Do you have the spores story? There is a concoction I must send to my associate in Thunderbluff, which requires the spores. I do have the fungal spores. Ah, yes, these are good specimens, potent. I am Forsaken, and we honor our contracts. Here is your reward story. Excellent, we got ourselves some money. Apothecary Helbrim places the spores within the alchemical instruments. Thank you for the spores story. They are now prepared for transport. What is it? I have rendered the spores you gave me into an emulsion. I must now send it to my associate, Apothecary Zama. If you were to carry this to her, she can offer you something from our stores of alchemical goods. She is in the Pools of Vision, a cave beneath the shamans of Thunderbluff. The path to this cave is well hidden, but you may find it on the Spirit Rise bluff. Do hurry. This emulsion will maintain its potency for only a short time, and must be resealed and processed before then. Okay, so we have to bring the spores before the time limit is up. Ooh. Well, that might be what we actually start with next time. I think we're going to wrap up pretty quick here, so I think we will actually just decline this one for now, in that we have to, I believe, who did we need to speak to in regards to the Forgotten Pools? Tonga Rune Totem. Yes, Tonga was down here near the southern entrance. So maybe we'll do that, and then maybe the first thing that we start off with will be our journey to Thunderbluff. We can deliver our hides as well. I think that'll be a nice inclusion of a couple of quests at the same time. So let's go talk to Tonga here. The times we live in are as fickle as the shifting winds, Hunter. It is important to remember what is true and lasting in this world, and to preserve that. Everything else is a waste. You found a fissure in the earth, with gases bubbling from it? Strange. This may be an answer to our questions, but we cannot yet be sure. But it is a clue, and I am grateful that you found it. Like the one you found with the Forgotten Pools, there may be fissures at the other oasis in the Barrens. If so, then perhaps the fissures are the oasis's source of life. We must test this. Here, take these seeds. They are dead and infertile. But take them to the stagnant oasis to the southeast. If there is a fissure there, then place the seeds within it and observe. Ooh, all right. So it sounds like they have some suspicions that that may be an abundant source of fertile growth here in the Barrens, which would certainly explain the oasis that crops up around them. So we will go and take these seeds there and test that. So yeah, I think this is where we'll go ahead and wrap up here for today. We dealt another blow to a few more quilboar. We have met up with Regthar Deathgate, who had us start to deal with some of the Kolkar centaur in the region, and we have gone and explored some of the oasis around here, and it looks like the mystery of them continues to unravel. So we will be sure to explore some more of those things on our next episode. So for now, thank you so much for joining me, and we'll get back to the story next time.